Am I on mute now? Am I unmuted? Did I say all of that to say nothing? Looks like I may have muted myself before. All right, Free, you can hear me. So you didn't see me talking to myself. So that looked like I was probably talking to myself. So yeah, I was just saying, welcome to the Half Space. We got looks like we got 3 platforms going right now: YouTube, Facebook, I believe, and Twitter. And Twitch is starting. I got to do some fine tuning on that because I don't really have a whole lot to do with that platform. But even though it goes through there, and I'm on this platform called Fanbase, which I believe they can hear me because that's actually going through the phone. So I believe the audio is going through the phone. And what's up, Shell? It's good with your fam. Hopefully you're feeling well tonight. I thought I'd try something different tonight. I don't know if the audio and the video is good. Is the audio straight? Can y'all hear me clearly now? Because I'm feeling like you can hear me, but I felt like you could hear me before. I didn't know the mic was muted, and I knew where the mute button was, but I didn't even pay attention that possibly was muted. So if my audio is good, that'd be good. And I'm going to give you what I can give you on the video side. Appreciate it. So yeah, where we are right now. Who is it saying? Checking your connection. Running, posted, got it. Okay, so it looks like we're up. So yeah, it's Thursday night. I wanted to do this one a little later. I thought about doing it earlier, but I thought I'd do it a little bit later, seeing that I'm gonna probably get into a little bit riskier subject, riskier, not riskier, risque subjects tonight. I might say a little bit of something different. I done gone through a few things this week, and hell, I went through some shit today. Just really trying to be helpful, and I just have a hard time with somebody trying to come at me in such a nasty way. If I didn't come at you that way, or if I didn't show you that side and you come at me that way, and the situation that we're dealing with isn't even about you, I got a problem with you coming at me that way. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and them motherfuckers that I dealt with. It's over on the Ypsilanti area discussion page. So I'm going to put that out there because I am going to put this in the caption when I do share so they can understand that, and I'll explain what happened when we get around to it. But right now we just, a couple people filing in. So, it's a good thing. And anybody falling through in the Facebook space and the YouTube space, I appreciate you. We don't get a lot over there, but we get what we get. So it is what it is. And we're never going to complain about that. And if anybody checks in on the live on Fanbase, I appreciate you. We're going to do more work with you. I just really wanted to get you in on some of this content tonight. I ain't going to hold it up because I really don't even know the time limits on Fanbase. But I'll find all that stuff out tomorrow. I got into some chat rooms today and talked to some beautiful people. They helped me out. And I just told them what I was up against. I'm 51 and come from the terrestrial radio end. So, yeah, I know how to be formatically correct and all this. But as far as like building followers and support, I don't really know, Now, that just pixelated. So I don't know if that did it to y'all or if it just did it on my end. But it did some pixelation. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, Thursday, man, I was having a really good day until I got a couple people that decided that they wanted to talk some shit. And I guess a young girl, was accosted walking down, if you're from this Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, Washington County area, walking down Gulfside. She was accosted. And I appreciate that, Shell. Thank you for your contributions as far as your support, showing up here to all the lives and supporting me with your HAP coins. We got those HAP coins. Let's spend them. Shit, let's spend them. They ain't good nowhere else. They ain't Bitcoin, so you might as well spend them here and support the Village Voice and Brother Shannon because, hey, it's what I do now. It's what I do. So The girl was walking down the street, and I guess somebody rolled up on her and shit and asked her if she wanted to make some money. And you got to understand, I'm always going to come from the side of the victim. I'm always going to empathize from the side of the victim, because a fucking predator that would do this, I'm sorry, but this is just not the way to pick up women. If that's what you're trying to do, it's not a way to pick up women, and it ain't no way to talk to nobody anyway. But anyways, what happened was she's walking, and car pulls up on her and asks her if she wanted to make some money. Now, in 2021, I'm sorry, there's enough internet outlets out here, and then we still have paper outlets, obviously, and then you might just know somebody that can give you a fucking job. I don't think you really want to accept a job offer from somebody that just rolls up on you on the side of the street. And I'm 51, so I guess my cynic level is just a little bit higher. But she, instead of, seeing that it was a stranger, seeing that there was somebody that she didn't know, seeing that there was somebody she probably shouldn't have been talking to, engaged with them. And like I said, I'm not siding with the predator in any way, but she gave the predator the upper hand here just by the engagement. I said personally that she should have said no thank you, kept it moving. Because she didn't say that, so I wouldn't have said that if she had said that. She engaged with them, and she engaged with them by saying, what kind of job? You're now opening up dialogue with somebody you don't know, with somebody, frankly, you should be terrified of. In today's age, you should be terrified if somebody just rolls up and you start offering you a job, And then the way it was positioned in the post was, he said it, and then she asked what kind of job, and then his voice changed, and he had a really, really creepy voice, and he asked her to perform fellatio on him. Crass, uncouth, no tact, no class. I get it. But the situation is he's offering to pay her some money for this. So now he's basically saying, you're a prostitute, or I will prostitute you, whatever. Why did she stand there even that long to hear this shit? YAD, Rochelle, YAD, and it's under the post that says, they're posting it for someone, who wanted to remain anonymous. And I'm all in the comments and shit. And it is so funny because now I look kind of crazy with some of the shit, because some of my comments had replies or people that came at me. They've now taken their shit down. So this is what they do. They say they greasy shit, and then when I clap the fuck back, then they want to take their post down. But see, I don't clap back too hard because I already know my next ban on Facebook, I think it's a 6-monther. So I've been like, okay, I'm straight. I like seeing my grandbabies and being able to interact with my grandbabies and leave comments and this, that, and the other. Leaving Facebook posts, that really doesn't matter to me. I mean, there's other platforms I can run fucking memes and shit through. I don't really care about that. But when I see something that my grandbabies do or my kids do, and I really want to interact with it, and I can't because I'm banned because of some stupid shit, that's why I just left these motherfuckers alone. But then they kept coming back and kept coming back and kept coming back. You know how they do. Race soldiers just do this shit. And, I got called all kinds of shit. I got called a predator. I got called a racist. I got called all kinds of shit. And then there was a couple people that did reach out on the private side, and they basically said, we know what you're talking about. We understand. And I was like, dig it. Females, glad, because I don't need another man saying it from my point of view. What I need, totally. Young motherfuckers too, young motherfuckers. She put the description in there. She said it was early 20s African-American man and this, that, and the other. It was a whole descriptive thing, And I looked at it and I was just like, damn, do I say something? The paternal spirit came out in me, and I tried to help, and I tried to be suggestive. I tried to be, opinionated enough to understand that she would understand that, this is just coming from me. It's just the way I would do things. I try to get to that de-escalation point, like, we don't need to be engaging. But it is what it is. And she chose to engage with them and then got scared. She ran away. And It's a whole long situation after that. But, you know, nothing happened. They didn't jump out the car, try to grab her or anything like that. But the fact that they even were that bold to do the shit in broad daylight and on golf side, you know, I mean, there's just no respect. There's no respect. So I said, okay, you know, let me just put my opinion in it. And what the fuck did I do that shit for? And it just made no sense to me why people came at me like that. So I clapped back on a few of them, let them know where I was with all the shit. And now these motherfuckers starting to delete their comments and shit. And, you know, you say some greasy shit, put my name to it. You didn't just make a general comment. You tagged me on that motherfucking comment. And then I clap back, and then now you want to let your shit go. Sorry. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. She should have been scared from the jump. It's 2021. Motherfuckers getting thrown in cars, vans, whatever. And the fact that she engaged with them, I tried to empathize as much as I could for her, but, you know, it didn't give me a lot of room for error, just suggesting that maybe she should have just said no thank you and just got it going. Because they were like, what do you mean she should say no thank you? Okay. See, my theory is you say no thank you. Okay. You say no thank you, and then you get to get out of Dodge. Versus you standing there engaging with the motherfucker, asking him what kind of job it is, hearing that nasty shit, hearing that, you know, nasty shit, and then taking off. You shouldn't have engaged. You stayed a minute too long. As a matter of fact, she said she stayed about 45 seconds longer. What the fuck are you still standing there for? That's what I really wanted to say. But I didn't say that because I tried to empathize with the situation. I tried to empathize with the victim, would-be victim, whatever. And I got cooked for that shit. So I'm just like, you know, whatever. I don't give a fuck about really what anybody's saying. But when a bitch called me predator, when I didn't give a fuck about the racist comment because I laughed. I was just like, how did racism get into this? I didn't even hear anybody talk about color. But anyways, you know, it was a whole bunch of man haters on there. I could see that. I could look at the haircuts. I could look who they was taking pictures with and on their profiles and shit like that. Whole bunch of man haters on that motherfucker. And I said, oh, I see what I done ran into. I see what I done ran into. Now, I understand that there is a thin line when, you know, there's lesbians and then there's man haters. And I don't always call lesbian man haters because all lesbians aren't man haters. You know, there's a lot of lesbians out there that love the shit out of men. But these were man haters, okay? These were man haters, and they were saying shit to me, trying to bait me. And they just don't understand who they're fucking with when they try that. Now, I let the moderators just see all this shit today because I'm going to cook they motherfucking ass tomorrow and be like, y'all let them bitches go at me all day, all night, and never said a word. But as soon as I step up and say something, y'all want to either take my shit down, inbox me and whatever, but you let them all day. I let them go in all day long. And I would clap back and whatever, but I didn't put a whole lot of energy into it because it was just like, whatever. But when a motherfucker said, oh, was that you in the Chrysler? And I'm like, bitch, ain't none of the cars in my driveway Chryslers. And ain't none of them say 200 on them. So eat a dick. I don't give a fuck. And see, when they start deleting their shit and my shit stays up, it makes me look crazy. It makes me look like I'm just out here talking to myself. So fuck them. It is what it is. And I don't even know this whole thing with the this whole thing that I saw today with the whole non-binary teacher. I mean, I'm tripping. I'm really tripping. I haven't learned how to do screen shares on this motherfucker. Hey, Kim, how you doing? I gotta figure how to do screen shares on this shit. Now, I ain't figured it out because I've been lazy. I ain't been on my shit. And but I need to learn how to do screen shares real quick. Uh-oh. Ah. That might be how you do that shit. Okay. Well, maybe that Is that? I might have just figured something out right when we end this bitch. But anyways, what happened was this teacher who doesn't identify, she's non-binary. I'm still learning binary, non-binary, whatever. She doesn't identify with, being male, female, whatever. Is teaching a class. And she's teaching the class about her being non-binary. And you can tell these are very small children. We're talking first, second, third graders, probably. And I'm sorry, I just don't agree that shit needs to be taught in school. And where we gonna dig into it, because I don't need to be on the topic of the shit. I'm not your journalist. What I want to know is, are they teaching these lessons where the Catholic kids go to school? Are they teaching these classes, where the Asian kids go to school, where the Jewish kids go to school? Because, if they're teaching these lessons and having non-binary teachers come in, see, this is what I do know. When you get your own educational system, you can have who the fuck you want to be a teacher. But because everybody's so politically correct now, they done got ass fucking stupid. And you allow something like this to come into a classroom and speak, and I'd be willing to bet you anything that all the parents in those classrooms didn't know about her. And she did this shit on TikTok. See, this is the problem that I got too. Bitch, you supposed to be teaching a class. What the fuck you doing on TikTok talking about your sexuality to your students? I got a problem. Babies, did you see it, Shell? Did you see it? I don't know if you saw it or not. I'm going to send it to you. Because it was sent to me, and I was motherfucking disgusted. I'll tell you right now, I was disgusted. Why am I having to do this? Okay. Yeah, I was disgusted, and I said, shit like this is really, yeah, let me just get to it, man. Let me just get to it. Where's that other one at? Who sent me that? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about Proud Family in a minute. I mean, it's just been one hell of a motherfucking day. Who sent me that shit today? Huh. I could have swore I had that in my inbox. I got to find where that's at. But yeah, it's on TikTok, and I'll find it. The new characters. Yeah, I don't know exactly where that's at. It's not the Angela Stanton King thing, is it? No. Okay, I don't know why she wasn't going in like that. All right, sorry about that. I thought I had it right there. Absolutely. If you don't want your child to learn about someone else's non-binary sexuality, I think you should be able to say so. I don't think it should be force-fed on to children. They're too small. It's not a junior high. It's not a high school class. They don't understand any of this shit. And I think her name was Roby, whatever. So it was one of those names. It could be a male or female. It's even more fucking confusing. And children don't give a fuck whether you're a man or a woman anyway. They just really want you to be good to them. But that's your life. That's not their life. So why are we putting this on children? Why are we making children have to deal with sexuality at such an early age? And it's all deviant behavior that comes from history of deviant behavior. And I'm sorry, that's just not where we are. It's not where we've been. We've had to deal with some detrimental shit. And if you want to go back all the way to those biblical times, yes, there was a ton of homosexuality there. But I'm not dealing with just the homosexuality here. Those were all adults doing that shit. You know, I mean, I seen Caligula. I seen all those movies and shit that, you know, the motherfuckers that those were all, I didn't see kids. You know, they weren't brash enough to put kids in. I never saw kids in there. But when you start talking about putting your life out there like that, I mean, you're an educator. And if you think that that's part of the curriculum that kids need to be learning, you shouldn't be an educator. Absolutely. It's all on social media. But see, you know, all those things can be governed by the parents. When the parents drop their kids off, or when that school bus drops those kids off during the day, they don't know what's being taught. You know, I'm definitely not opposed to cameras being in every single classroom so parents can check in on what's happening with their kid, what their kid's being taught. Black people need to be lobbying for this shit anyway. The way our kids are taught, Black people need to be lobbying for this shit anyway. But for some reason, we don't. We don't lobby for the things that we should lobby for. And then we go out and have a good time when we think we got some symbolic bullshit that's positive for us. I left a question on a post today, and I still haven't gotten an answer. I haven't seen a reply in the last hour, probably. I want to know. I want to know from people who supported, who were close to supporting, who thought about supporting Joe Biden and Kamala Imhoff in their campaign run. I want to know what happened to Lift Every Voice. What happened to Lift Every Voice? Are you saying Lift Every Voice ain't there no more? Are we not lifting every voice anymore? I mean, that's what they named it. They named the program for Black people that was supposed to help Black people. It was called Lift Every Voice. They took an old Negro spiritual and said, this is y'all plan. Now, they wanted to bitch about the $500 billion plan or whatever the fuck Donald Trump did, the platinum plan. And that was some symbolic shit, some racist shit. He did that platinum shit, you know, platinum chains, platinum this, whatever. That's where all that shit came from. They went and got a somebody Black, and they're like, man, what should we call this thing for Black people? And they're like, platinum. Stupid shit. But the Lift Every Voice thing was even dumber, because that just kind of lets you know what time frame we are not in the old Negro spiritual age anymore, Mr. Biden, Mrs. Imhoff. We are not there anymore, you know? And you would think that two people who have been around the block several times would know that. We are not there anymore. And with what's going on, we're not trying to do the, you know, swing low, sweet chariot shit. You know, hell, we're not even where fucking Public Enemy is. I mean, because we're talking 30 years later. So we got to be on some hyperactivity type shit. We're not where we were 30 years ago. 1991 is a long fucking time ago. And what was going on in 1991 and what's going on in 2021, same shit. I mean, we're still getting killed by Black people, or we're getting killed by Black people. Like, I'm not going to alleviate our responsibility for our own detriment, but we're getting killed by police. We're getting killed by race soldiers, getting attacked. Systemic racism is at an all-time high, not because of Donald Trump. It's because it's America. And America's always been systemically racist. And before we were America, so we got to start making that distinction. They only want to talk about 1776 and on. No, I want to talk about 1619 to 1775 too. But what we can talk about, if y'all just want to talk about America, we can talk about the fucked upness, because we were still enslaved when the country was built. So fuck you. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I mean, I'm just seeing too much outwardness. I don't mind gay people being out. They want to be out. They need to be out. But when you start talking about certain shit, and see, this is the thing. This is what I don't know. When you're non-binary, are you even considered gay at that point? I don't know. What is your sexuality? I mean, what is your see? Because I don't really get into the preferences, what you like, this, that. Now, people are fucking people to me. But do you consider yourself gay when you're non-binary and you don't identify with either one? I don't know. Either way, if it's confusing for a 51-year-old, it's going to be confusing for a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old. Period. It's crazy. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. What else is going on out here, though? I mean, you know, oh shit. I mean, one of the tightest fades in politics. She done got her big draws in a bunch. Simone Sanders done got her big draws in a bunch. Yes. See, this is what happens when you go out and you think you really, really more than you are. And I don't know why she doesn't have people. You know, everybody's got people. You know, people got people and they talk to them and they, you know, this will be good for you. You should try this. Or why does Simone Sanders have people where they're able to tell her, like, look, baby, they were not going to choose you as the press secretary. I mean, I don't know how tall she is. She looks like she's damn near 6 feet. If she's not 6 feet, she's probably 6 feet with her stilettos on. She's an abundant woman, you know. She thick. She thick as a motherfucker. I mean, come on now. So she's going to be intimidating to the average white man, let alone the average white woman. She's going to be very, very intimidating. So what made her think that she was going to be able to get up in front of America every single day and speak to them? I don't know. And I don't know why she didn't have any followers who told her, look, your look is your look. You're going to keep it. We get it. But that's not the look of the press secretary for the president of the United States of America. The fade is tight. You know, I mean, she's got a tight fade. Hairline a little fucked up. Kind of looks like Daddy-O from Stetsasonic, but that's okay. I get it. She's just trying to keep it intact. She's had some arrows, though. I've seen Simone with some arrows, but she now just gets that rounded shit, you know. She just gets that, it looks like a little boy cut. But, you know, back when her shit was getting cut all the way up real high and shit, I mean, she was out there tackling motherfuckers and, you know, anybody get close to the stage, she was clipping them at the ankles and shit. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm thinking to myself, that's not press secretary worthy. Just because you can make a great shoulder tackle when somebody's trying to attack the presidential candidate, that doesn't make you a good press secretary. It makes you a good outside linebacker, but it does not make you a good press secretary. And they saw that too. They were like, damn, she took him down with no problem. I saw her take, I think, one guy down and then one man down. And then Jean-Pierre, you know, the one that looks like Lupita, she took somebody down. She stepped in the way. You notice how it was just nothing but black people? Every time somebody was about to get attacked, Joe Biden, Kamala, anybody on stage, it was black people that were surviving them. They're the ones that kept them from getting all, you know, the shit to happen to them. Jean-Pierre got her a position, though. She got her a position. Simone Sanders got demoted. I mean, how you going to be working with the presidential candidate and then you end up on the vice president's staff? And they say she hurt now. She's upset now. She was stung. Yeah, you were stung, all right. See, if you hadn't turned your back and talked shit to black men the way you did, I don't really fuck with Luke no more. I don't fuck with Luke no more because I think Luke cooned out when he did that shit with Kamala. So I don't fuck with Luke no more. But when she talked shit about Luke and told him to basically stand down, I was done with her then. You know, I was done with her then. But she talked greasy about black men and two black men all during the presidential campaign because she thought she was being elevated because she was working with the presidential candidate. And then when the motherfucking election happened, they put her ass on JV. She fucking ran with the varsity squad all summer, all fall. And once the cuts were made, She ended up on JV. So I have no sympathy for her. If she hadn't to fuck with black men, okay? She hadn't to fuck with black men, and she had talked politics. What she tried to do was just say, I'm black and I'm in the place, so I got this. No, that's not enough. You should look and see who's in these spaces. And don't none of them have haircuts like you. Don't none of them talk like you. You talk too rough, and your fade is too tight. Her fade was tighter than Ben Carson's fade. Ben didn't have a good haircut. 4 years. He just had that little TWA. And she come in with a better haircut than Ben. She got a better haircut than anybody black working anywhere, in Congress, anywhere. I mean, look at Tim Scott's hair. Tim Scott's hair ain't as nice as Simone Sanders. Look at Cory Booker. He bald. You know, Hakeem Jeffries. His fade ain't as tight as Simone Sanders. Ain't nobody. We know Jim Clyburn, that nappy shit he got on his head. You know. Well, it's all good. Everybody gonna get taken care of in their own fucking time, I tell you. They gonna get taken care of. Simone's probably not. She gonna be on JV until they lose, because they gonna lose. If they keep pulling the shit they pulling right now, they gonna lose. I mean, they basically just telling every single black American to go straight to fucking hell. They haven't made no executive orders, no bills passed, ain't talking about reparations, and they're making a mockery of HR 40. You know, I mean, this next hearing is who's going to be at the next fucking hearing? Who they going to bring? They just going to let an actual Klansman sit in on the hearing? I mean, you know, that's about as worse as it can get. They'll probably let a Proud Boy and a Klansman come in and say why black people don't need reparations. You let all the black motherfuckers come in that said that we didn't need reparations. They're going to get that what's that little Clayton Hughes? What's that motherfucker's name? They'll probably get his ass in there. He ain't even black. He Puerto Rican or some shit. He identifies as black when he wants to, but then he don't want to. Ta-Nehisi Coates, where they gonna get him? They're gonna get him to come in and sing, say a riveting speech, whatever. Some bullshit, man. But I get where they're playing it. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna start to lose, and they start to lose traction. And in midterms, if they lose one or both, oh boy, it's gonna be bad. Because then it's gonna be an uphill struggle. Joe's not gonna run again. I know he keeps saying I'm gonna run in 24. Joe better hope he's still around this bitch in 24. Kamala, I don't know if enough people like Kamala. I just don't. I really don't think enough people in America like Kamala. I know for a fact that enough white women don't like Kamala. And she's got her share of black women that don't like her. But then some just see past all the bullshit and they see right to her color and say, oh, she's black. They doing the same shit we did with Barack. That's all they doing. They're doing the same shit we did with Barack. We voted for the black dude. We thought he was going to do right by us. We didn't know Barack's politics. And if we did know Barack's politics, we would have known he had a conservative flair to him. He wasn't us. So I don't know if I'm still. It looks like I'm still live on fan base. You know, I guess I just keep it running. You know, I don't see anybody in here though. Like I said, I ain't got no followers and shit. But it is what it is. Just learning the platform, just so they can see what I do. You know, I mean, if they don't like what I do, then they'll probably kick me off the platform. I just got on it, so. And, you know, I did an intro video with them earlier, just kind of let them know, you know, I was sitting in the car, you know, hey, I smoke hemp. You know, if there's a problem with cannabis, this is hemp. I don't know if that helps. But, you know, when I did tell them, though, when I'm inside, I tend to smoke cannabis because I'm not behind the wheel of a car, driving a car, you know, in commission of a vehicle. So, yeah, man. So yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, what else is happening out here? I haven't really even looked. I haven't looked at a lot of casts today, so I don't know if there anything broke. I did watch some shit though. What did I watch? Oh, I watched Tasha. Is it Tasha K? I think it's Tasha K. I watched Tasha K. With Kevin Samuels. So I still don't agree with all the shit he does. But I understand him more than I did before. Because I had seen him on a full interview, I think, with Joe Budden. And Joe looked like he does something fucked up the game. I don't know what's happening there. I hope he hasn't, but it looks like he might have fucked up the bag. And then I watched him on another interview. No Jumper, I think it was. And then now Tasha K. But now it looks like he's got some type of beef with DJ Envy, so I got to check that out. DJ Envy obviously done got light-skinned on him and shit. You ain't missed nothing, Kim. I'm just sitting here talking. I was still talking about Kamala. I don't know exactly how long you stepped away. I was talking about Kamala and, you know, what they're not doing for us, and what they need to either do for us or they're going to be about this bitch. Yeah. But that Tasha K, Kevin Samuels interview was interesting. She put him all in the ambiance shit. You know, she should be writing her shit, but she had him like in a wine cellar, and it was dope. And it was really more of, you know, he's kind of bougie, so it was more his vibe in her setting. So it was pretty deep. You know, pretty deep. But yeah, Kamala, I don't believe is well liked, so I don't believe she can make a successful presidential run, especially if Joe doesn't have a successful presidential run. I don't think they're gonna double it up. It'll go back to the Republican. And what's happening right now, I don't believe they're in any hurry to sit Donald Trump down. So if this motherfucker gets a full head of steam at him and runs again, is able to run again, the Dems might be in trouble. I mean, I'm looking at independents, but I just don't know what independent to look at because they're generally not into doing anything. What's up, Free, over our fan base? All right. You know, I mean, we got that shit happening in Atlanta. You know, there's something sticky there with Keisha Lance Bottoms just fucking leaving. Who walks out in the middle of the fucking gig? You know, who walks out in the middle of the gig? Yeah, Trump getting ready. Trump's getting ready. And I don't know if they got whatever they got on him. I don't think they ain't got enough on him to keep him from running. They sounded like they had some shit where they could put some charges on him or something so he couldn't run again. This motherfucker's still in play. He about to start MAGA rallies and shit. It is what it is, man. They gonna do what they gonna do. I'm not gonna cry about that situation. Yeah. I mean, see what they did today with the bullshit, with the fucking 3 miscreants, the background singers to Derek Chauvin. Now their trial ain't gonna be till next year. They trial going all the way through the winter, and it's over to next year. It's some fuck shit in the game. It's some fuck shit in the game because I never saw this coming. But why would you allow Derek Chauvin to go through his trial, then put out the federal indictment for everybody. Now, if you want to put out the federal indictment for him, that's one thing. But you wait until they go through their trial and then put out the federal indictment. Why would you put the federal indictment out before their trial? There is something going on. The judge already gave him credence to file for an appeal, and what the fuck did he do? Filed for an appeal. Ain't even been sentenced yet. He filed for an appeal. So he may get a new trial, get the federal indictments going, da-da-dee, da-da-da. There's some shit that, man, I don't know. I'm not liking it at all. But, you know, they're trying to get the crime bill passed without pulling qualified immunity out that shit. I mean, you know, qualified immunity runs this shit. Qualified immunity runs this shit. Free, what's it look like over on the fan base side? I mean, how's it sound? What you got a device up, or can you just hear me? You know, that duct tape that's over there, that's weird. I never pulled that down. Oh, when I was gonna put the green screen up there and I couldn't find a staple gun to hit it, and so I just put some tape up there. That's why I never took that tape down. I get it. Well, it'll all be coming down shortly. Let me change scenery here. But yeah, I just want to know if the audio is decent in there. And I think I started near the beginning of the hour. I started right around the top of the hour, so about 45 minutes in, something like that. But yeah, interesting shit. It was just interesting. Just to see how all this shit broke down with Derek Chauvin going to trial, state, then gets the federal indictment, but they throw their federal indictment right in front of Derek Chauvin, right in front of their trial. And then this judge says, well, I'm going to step back and let the feds handle that, and then they can have their trial. So you're giving them more time to prepare. You're also giving people more time to forget. But then who's going to forget the federal trial? The federal trial comes up, you're going to give people time to forget. So, you know, you might be able to get a better pool, because now it's the three motherfuckers versus the one motherfucker who really did it. They're going to have to relook at all that evidence, because they got all their evidence. They didn't show that during the trial, but they got all that body cam footage too of what they're doing. We just didn't see it in the trial because they weren't on trial. So what's that going to look like? A motherfucker laying on George Floyd for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. What's that going to look like? You're laying on him. I mean, you know, did these motherfuckers hit him and punch him or something? Or, you know, I mean, what'd they do when they were down on that second half of his body? We know what Derek Chauvin did on the top half. What did they do on the bottom half? Absolutely. Absolutely. If we don't keep this alive, who's going to keep it alive? Nobody keeps our shit alive. They can control the narrative. They will shut shit down. It's hilarious how COVID has really helped them suppress us even more. Because when it gets to the point, it's like, okay, we talked about these people. Oh, it was time to talk about black people. Oh, let's talk about COVID. It's like they do this shit every time. These people. Time to talk about black people. COVID. And that's it. And then sometimes the COVID story will be the black story. And they're like, oh, we killed two birds with one stone. Yep, we got two niggas with one stone. We got them. So, yeah. Looks good. Sounds good. You're at a different angle in the platform. Yeah. Okay. Word up. Like I said, I started developing some followers on there. I'm going to jump into some chat rooms and let people know what I do. I stayed mute on the chat rooms today because I didn't really understand what they were talking about in some of them. And then I got into them, but there's actually some reparations chat rooms over on Fanbase, something that you guys might want to get into. If you're still with me on this reparations thing, this repair thing, you know, I'm starting to get people hitting me up in the inbox, you know, and they're starting to understand too. Some people are starting to understand too. They don't seem to understand. They didn't seem to understand before, but they understand how bad we've got it now. I mean, hey, man, You got a job, great. You got a house, great. You know, you got good credit, great. If we're black, we don't have the same great as they do, though. So we're 19 generations behind. Okay? 19 generations. 12 generations of absolutely no resources. 7 generations where we have been marginalized. So 12 generations of slavery, 7 generations of systemic oppression. It's 19 generations. They can't just make a bill and say, hey, we're good now. No, it doesn't work that way. That's why HR 40 won't work. HR 40 doesn't have enough teeth in it to really work for descendants of slavery, descendants of freedmen, whatever you want to call it. The people whose people's bones are buried on this soil. It's not enough there. We need repair and we need a black agenda. Because the black agenda is for everybody else who is not a descendant of freedmen, is not a descendant of slavery. There has to be a black agenda because there's black immigrants. Come from all kinds of territories. They've got to get thrown in too. If not, they'll get fucked up in the windmill too. So we got to look out for them. We'll look out for them. But like I said in a video I made earlier this week, if them motherfuckers don't look out for us, we can turn our back on them too. I don't give a fuck if you look like me. If you are not here on this soil to represent us, go on over there and see what happens. Your ass will be wearing a white jacket and carrying a stainless steel tray in no time. See, black immigrants that want to come over here and glean to the other side, if they want to come over here and glean to the other side, nah, motherfucker, go ahead and glean to the other side. Because once your ass get over there, we're going to keep you over there. Nah, we don't need him. We don't need Dembe. Dembe didn't want to fuck with us. What up, Mo? If you are looking at the half screen, Mo, if you see a yellow star in the bottom corner of the screen, I believe if you're looking at the half screen, you see a yellow star. There'll be a yellow, and you hit that yellow star, and it should bring up how you can support. And I appreciate that. So yeah, man. I mean, they think that they can ignore us or just give us meager shit. It's like Kamala. Kamala's whole thing was, like she said, if I do something for all Americans, it's going to help black people. Of course it will. Kimberly, I appreciate you coming through. Hopefully you getting some sleep. And when you wake back up, watch the playback, but also catch Be the Power. I was scrolling through and I see that they had a live. They might still be actually on. Hold on a second. Check out them tonight. We got to support everybody. I watched Sister Angela earlier. I watched as much as I could inside, and I watched a little bit in the car. Yeah, it looks like they're off now. But yeah, definitely check them out. We got to support each other. We got to support each other out here, because if we don't, we have nothing. I'm going to try. Oh, that's Frida saying you get some rest. I thought that was Kim telling me to get some rest. I was like, I'm going to try. Knowing goddamn well I probably ain't going to be able to get no rest. Well, let's do it. Even if you don't got the equipment. Girl, I've been riding around in my car for years. And I still ain't right. You know, this setup is only here. This setup is only here temporary. I'm going to have to move all this real soon. So, you know, like I said, how is the lighting? Did y'all say anything? Did y'all say anything with the lighting? Is the lighting okay? Because I know you said the audio was crystal clear. Oh, that's right. Free. You said, no, but that's on. See, when the phone do it, the phone gives you the lighting and everything. But how about on the Hap space? Am I good on the Hap space? I mean, is the lighting pretty decent? I didn't put up everything, but I thought I put up enough to make sure I wasn't dark. Let me see. It makes a difference if I got this light going. Let me see. Hold on a sec. Let me see what it do. Oh, that's a difference. Look at that shit. There it is. That's a big difference. Hap's background is a little dim. Yeah, I ain't got all the lights up. I just put a light, but it ain't this. This is where we were, free. This is where we were. We not there no more. Only thing you can see it was my mustache and shit, and the white on the hat. Now we at least got here. Yeah, so it's I ain't even got all the lights on in here. That's the crazy thing. So, work in progress. Like I said, the content ain't gonna change. The way the appearance is gonna change. I gotta find out if you can do green screens on HapSpace too. I don't know if you can do green screens. Yeah, fan base is bright because fan base is coming through the phone. The phone coordinates it, calibrates its light for you. But the computer, you really got to rely on. I got to give me a couple more ring lights and shit like that going and all that. Till we get really, really outfitted. Till we get outfitted. Kim's getting her stuff together. We got some other people getting their thing together, and collectively, I've just really held off just doing anything formal because I don't want to keep saying, "Oh, we want to add this, add this." No, I need the people that are going to be running with us the right way. Because I already got shit in play. I got to hold it off till everybody's ready to get up and run. Because we got to make a real run at this shit statewide, nationwide. So yeah. But yeah, it's been a good evening, other than the motherfuckers over there on Ypsilanti discussion. Ypsilanti discussion was no motherfucking joke. And I was just like, I'm not gonna be all like, I'm only here to help. No, I was like, I gave my opinion. That's all it was. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? But everybody wants something to bitch about, And I'm the motherfucker to come at. Because some people know who I am over there, but most people don't. So when I say things very opinionated, they're not used to talking to alpha males, and I get it. Most alpha males don't fuck around over at YD because they be ready to just go off on one of them motherfuckers. But see, me, because I do the content, they stay lit. Stay lit. Just coming at a motherfucker like, good morning. What the fuck do you mean, good morning? Asshole. It's like, oh, maybe it's not a good morning. Okay, sorry. They just find reasons to just, something that you said, they just find reasons to say something that it was wrong, So now I can't have an opinion. They told me I can't have an opinion on women's issues and shit. I'm like, oh, you wait till now to tell me that shit? Having all these girls and shit, you wait till now? Fuck. I hope they never meet Kai and shit. I hope they never tell Kai that my opinion doesn't matter. Kyle get fucked up out here. Grandpa's opinion matters. So yeah, all right. See, one of them done hit me back again. I haven't fucking commented on that page in over at least 3 hours, and somebody just came back. They not getting enough. See, you good when you can keep them commenting and you ain't said shit in hours, and it's directed towards me. So I'm just like, what the fuck up? I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm not going back and forth with you niggas. But it is what it is. And we sitting up on about an hour right now, man. I don't have a lot more to say. Let me scroll through and see if I can find something else. I can tell. I said something about Joe Budden. I don't know what's wrong with you. Uh-oh. The Proud Family. Yeah. I'm going to get up out of here after this one. I didn't get as nutty as I could have tonight. Maybe I'll wait till tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll wait till tomorrow night. We'll make it a Friday night. Just here we go. I'll have two more things to say, but yeah, we'll get nuts. We'll get nuts tomorrow. The Proud Family, I guess, is coming back as a reboot, and the dads are gay. And you can't guess who the black dad is going to be. Who would you think the black dad is going to be? Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Who do you think the black dad is going to be? If there's a gay Proud Family couple, out of all the people in the world, who do you think the gay black dad is going to be? Yeah. I saw that with you. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly who that is with you, but I appreciate you that you are with us, with me, with us. I don't know if I'm on delay, if that's why it's taking a little bit, or y'all just really not giving a fuck at this point because I'm in an hour. He might be producing the motherfucker. He ain't acting in it, but he might produce. No. Bussy Porter is back. And I wouldn't have a problem with Billy Porter if he actually was a better actor. If he wasn't a bad gay actor, it'd be different. But he's a bad gay actor. It's like, damn, dog. I mean, you are gay and you're playing a gay role. You can't pull this shit off, dog. He's not very believable in his roles to me. Even though I know he's gay and he's playing a gay character. He's just not a believable character. I don't like his work. I'll just be honest with you. I don't like Billy's work. Looks like I had two people at one time on fan base. Now I'm down to one. It's probably you, Free, still. Yeah, but he's gonna be the black dad. It's funny how they say Proud Family reboot to star Billy Porter, Zachary Quinto as gay couple. Why Billy get first billing? Why Billy get first billing? He wanted top billing on that. Billy on top. Billy's pitching and Zachary's catching. Who's that? What's going on there? That's all right, Free. We started with a tongue game. We started with a tongue game. We moved up to a spades game, And I know earlier in the day we have better chance with reception. But Knowledge started it out tonight. I think Knowledge Shabazz got here before you did, Free. So they pop in and they pop out, which is all good. But the thing is once the feed's up, they kick over and they do a couple YouTube views and then they get a couple Facebook. The message is getting out there. But we started with a two-hand tongue game. We ain't got to worry about that. The numbers are going to grow. So I'm not as concerned about the numbers. It's just making sure that we keep the message going. I gotta keep this good. I gotta keep this good. And see, here's the thing, Frida, if somebody shows up before your ass show up, then we know we good. And then you show up, then Rose shows up, then so we got our game. And then people come in and Kim gets there a little early sometime. We building that foundation. And Mo, if you still in here, I don't know if you're still in here or not, but I appreciate you being still in here. I appreciate you stopping through. I know you've checked out some of the other clips before. But yeah, and I guess this shit happened right over by your shop too, Mo. If you end up watching the playback, if you didn't hear at the beginning, that shit happened over there with the accosting over there by your joint. I might stop through there and just holler at you about that shit. Because I had an idea, like, God damn, the car that they described, I know somebody that drives one like that, but I don't think it was him. I mean, I don't believe it was him, simply because she said early 20s. So this person is in early 20s. No, this motherfucker got gray in his beard, so it wouldn't have been early 20s. She would have been able to tell that. So it is what it is. And the motherfuckers got to get smarter. So you got to understand about this. And like I said, although I will empathize with the victim and make sure that, you know, I give them proper instruction, I'm also going to, because see, she said young 20s African American. So that's kind of the wheelhouse. So, you know, you either want to just start going to jail now or, you know, hey, they might give you a one and done. I mean, this shit could be attempted rape, attempted this, attempted that. They put 15, 20 years on you. You might be gone. But I need to let them know that, you know, you do something stupid like that and you catch a case, the motherfucker driving the car catches the case. The motherfuckers in the back seat catch the case. Now you done took 3, 4 motherfuckers off the road because you wanted to do something stupid. And if you want somebody to suck your little dick, go find a girlfriend, motherfuckers. Stop trying to pick up people that are walking down the street. She's just trying to get home. She's not trying to get you to put your dick in her mouth. Stupid motherfucker. So yeah, Proud Family. Coming back as a gay show. I get it. It's 2021. They gonna do, and you know, here's the thing. They gonna have it. It's gonna be a. You see, it's not just a black and white. It's black and Jewish guy. The black and Jewish guy. So you know they gonna take the people that had the most detriment happen to them in the world and put them together as a gay couple and make that a show. And then the little girl that's gonna play in the show, that voice is she's Jewish. Okay, she's a Jewish girl. But they're going to have her played by Akilah and the Bee. So they're going to put a black girl on that job, black guy as half of the gay couple, and a Jewish guy. And their name is like Leibowitz Jenkins or some shit like that. What did it say their name was? So it was just, I was like, okay, what's the name? Yeah, Leibowitz Jenkins. Leibowitz Jenkins. And her name is Maya Leibowitz Jenkins. Okay. The name of the show is Proud Family. And the name of the show years ago was Proud Family. You know, Solange did the jingle. Sister Shanna sent me that. I forgot that she did the jingle to that song, the theme song. I mean, they took a whole fucking black family and turned it into a gay couple. Same show, but now the Proud Family is the gay couple. Now, I don't know who the mama is. I don't know who Mama Leibowitz Jenkins is. But Akilah is going to be the girl. So I don't know if the girl, do they have any sketches? Is the girl going to, hopefully they don't try to do no dumb shit like make the girl mixed. Uh-oh. Oh, Magic Johnson's son is also going to be, he's going to be one of the voices on the show. He's going to be one of the voices on the show. Magic Johnson's son. Yeah. I guess he's big. I guess he's big in the optics world now. I don't know. I think that's him doing the glasses or some shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, EJ, CJ, whatever his name is. Whatever his name is, it ain't magic. It ain't magic. So what was the other thing? Art fair is canceled this year, 2 years in a row. Ann Arbor done lost a lot of fucking money. They done had 2 art fairs go, a football season go. Ann Arbor done lost a lot of motherfucking money. A lot of money. I mean, these places around here, they're just like, what the fuck? When you miss 2 art fairs and a football season, that does a lot for your business. Well, it does a lot to your business. It didn't do anything for business. It did a lot to it. Affected it negatively. So, yeah. You know, I haven't been following basketball too much, but I need to start saying this shit more outwardly so I don't try to look like, I'm just coming up with the conspiracy after the fact. But I said, when the Lakers won the championship last year and then the season started so quickly, the next season started so quickly, I'm like, that's not going to be good for them because they played a lot longer than all those teams. And it's going to hurt them. I also said it was going to hurt. It was whatchamacallit they were playing, wasn't it? It was Miami. Miami was in the finals. And I was like, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt whoever plays last if they start the season try to start the season and shit like normal. And goddamn if they didn't. And look who is struggling at the end of both of these seasons. LeBron's closer to 40 than he's not. Still one of the best ever. Still playing at a high level when he's not hurt. But you can't put that weight on your legs. It's damn near a year in a row. It's like one full year, no break. They might have had a little bit of downtime, but really they had to get right back at it. And the team's not the same, so they had to do a lot of different shit. I don't know, man. Everybody's making a big deal that, they're not going to win. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. Shit, they look like they're in jeopardy of not making the playoffs. I don't know. But I don't really give a fuck about that. I just think that it's weird how the NBA got greedy and shit. They was just like, they could have started this season later. They could have started the season later. Could have gave them motherfuckers a little bit more time off. But the way they looked at it, most of the league had the time off. They didn't play real games, so they didn't play all deep. It was really the last 2 teams, the ones who are directly affected by it. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, we kicked over a little bit more than 60 minutes tonight. And shit, I stayed live on, at least I know fan base goes live longer than 60 minutes. Or it's about 60 minutes. I don't know if I started it right up at the same time. I think I did. But, yeah. And what they going to do? It said they're going to have a Juneteenth celebration in Ann Arbor. Are they going to celebrate that, or is that going to be virtual too? I mean, what's there to celebrate this year? Are we gonna celebrate it becoming Juneteenth? There's anything special they're gonna do? Are they gonna do like an online concert? They're gonna have Carl Carlton come sing "She's a Bad Mama Jamma" and shit. That was the last one I think I went to when Carl Carlton. He came out and sung "She's a Bad Mama Jamma" for like 47 minutes. He sung that fucking song and we danced in the streets and this, that, and the other. I was like, okay. I was like, he had another hit. He could have played that. But he played "She's a Bad Mama Jamma" for a long, long time. Yeah. So, I think I'll get up out of here, I believe I think we're gonna do some things over here on fan base. Free. I think Haps is great. Fan base is great. And they're punching me out to some different territories. And hey, we could smolder for a while. There's no problem with smoldering. We know what happens. You smolder long enough, and then Once you throw that right log on the fire, that's when things just never are the same again. And we're almost there. Appreciate all y'all coming through. Appreciate you coming through, Mo. I'll stop through tomorrow, man. I got some shit I got to get done and stop through tomorrow. I think I got to do haircuts this weekend. Yeah, man. So cool. I need them easy to be able to get to, for people that are looking to listen in, view, whatever. And the fan base is much like an IG. I don't want to say that it's like but it's very, very, very similar to IG. And in its way you can communicate, but it's got some rooms. I guess it's got the shit like how Clubhouse is, and I never got into Clubhouse, thankfully, because they get a little wicked over there on Clubhouse, And like I said, I like to cuss a motherfucker out and be able to walk away and come back as friends the next day. They hold grudges and shit. They mute you and kick you out the room and all kinds of shit. So we'll get it in. Yeah. But y'all be safe out here, man. Y'all be safe. I just took that pan out, been on an hour, so I may just pour tomorrow. I'll probably pour tomorrow. See what else I gotta get done. That was really unfucking professional. Just yawning right in the microphone. That was some unprofessional shit. Sorry, fan base. They know I'm rude over here. Y'all don't know that, but that was some really unprofessional shit. Just straight up yawning. On the mic. But yeah, finish up what I got to do. Y'all be safe out here. If you ain't home, get home. If you are home, just be safe. And it's always good engaging with everybody, but we're going to be a little newsy tomorrow. Tonight was like I said, it was a potluck. We just talked about a whole bunch of shit. I'm going to be a little bit more laser beam focused on the topic tomorrow, and it'll be local. We're going to be back in Washtenaw County, and we'll stretch out to Wayne. But because I'm looking for some shit. I'm looking for some body cam footage. Which really we're going to have to go to the west side of the state to get that body cam footage. Ada Township. See, I want that body cam footage on that state representative that got stopped for the DUI, just like Joel Jones. I didn't let Joel Jones out the hook. I definitely ain't gonna let that motherfucker out the hook. He live out there where the goddamn DeVosses live. He got money. He got money out there. He got the DUI. Is that why he was able to get the body cam footage suppressed? Joel Jones didn't get the body cam footage suppressed, and I'm not saying he should have, but I'm just saying what's right is right. Do us like you do them. Do them like you do us. So we'll get at it. Local in tomorrow. Stay home on Friday. Y'all be good out here. Or don't. One love.